The cookie, the center of life. Without it, we as a society would be in chaos. We'd be in trouble without the sweet bundle of mix, egg, butter, and smiles, and you can never forget love. Bust out one of these bad boys and you'll have a friend forever. But what goes into making such a mystical treat? What exactly does this treat's significance mean to the world? Follow us on this inspirational journey.
Hello, I'm Spencer.
I'm Justice.
And I'm Gabe. And today we're going deep in depth into the big C word, cookies.
What C word were you thinking of?
The law of definite proportion states that when a compound contains the same elements in exactly the same proportion by the mass, regardless of the sample size or the source of the compound. If you add too many or too little of a certain ingredient, or a certain atom in this chemistry case, we'd end up with a completely different compound. As when it comes to cookies, if you add too many or too little, you don't end up with a cookie. When you stuff too much of an ingredient or an atom into the compound, you could end up with something you don't particularly want, like a strawberry. But if you don't put enough of a certain ingredient or atom in there in proportion to the rate, you could end up with something else you don't particularly want, like a lime. I'm not going to say that if you don't put enough butter, or you put too much butter in there, that you could end up with a lime or a strawberry. But when it comes to chemistry, you never know what you're going to come out with.
Law of conservation of mass states that matter cannot be created nor destroyed. When you put two ingredients and or elements together, no matter is created or destroyed.
Okay, first I'm going to add the egg. Oh. Wow, that was quickie.
The egg in the ingredients is the first element added to the compound. The second one that we are adding is butter, and we have already melted it.
Wow, this butter's really oily. Reminds me when I was oil wrestling with Justin Bieber and Channing Tatum. We really pinned Justin Bieber, although I think he liked it just a little too much. I mean, he just surrendered to it. It was a rough night for him.
As you saw, the butter in the bowl was now in a liquid state. This is what it was before, and there's still the equal amount of matter.
Okay, now I have to sprinkle in my love dust. This is the final step. This is what makes the cookie so delicious.
The mass of each individual ingredient or the elements all put together still equals the final product.
And this is where the magic happens.
And this is the cookie making climax.
Oh.
The law of conservation
And this is where the magic happens.